Okay, guys, so by request, how much does the average dragon weight? So this is a review on base 10s. Um, so I'm going to take notes on that. So base 10s. Okay, so this is day 3. Okay, so in order to understand base 10s, you have to understand that place value is important. So um, this is tens, hundreds, thousands, and this is going to be ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, and so I can keep going, and obviously we can keep going for a long time, but I'm going to stop there. And so why I wanted to write this down is that I want you to understand that if you're going up, so if you're going from a tenth to a ones, you're multiplying by 10. So every time you go up once, you're really multiplying by 10. And so what that means is if I had, for instance, 5/10 and I multiplied by 10, I would have 5. And if I had this multiplied by 10, and if I multiply by another 10, that means I'm simply moving my 5/10 from here and shifting it. If I multiply, I put it over here. And if I multiply by another 10, I put it over here. So now I would have 50. I would just keep filling it in with zeros. And so if I have a 5/10 on the 10th spot, I had a 5 right here, and then I moved it over here, I would be simply multiplying by 10 as well. So that would make me a 500ths. So every time I shift one place value up, I'm really multiplying by tens. So then if I had this huge jump from tens to hundreds, I would be multiplying by 10, 10, 10. So that would mean I would be multiplying by 1,000. So every time I shift up, I'm really multiplying by 10. And so the same thing, the same mentality or the same idea can be applied when I shift down. So every time I shift down, that means I move down this way, I'm dividing by 10. I'm dividing by 10. Dividing by 10. So if I'm moving to the, I have to check my sides, left, I'm getting bigger. And there's only, from multiplication and division, there's only one that gets bigger, which is multiplication. And if I'm going to the right, it's getting smaller, right? And the only one that makes sense would be division. Okay. So now understanding that and knowing that we went over it, and it was like these are basic math number talks, right? So for instance, if I had 5 divided by 100, and I told you, okay, think about it. So you can tell me that 5 divided by 100 would be 0.05, and I would say, well, how do you know that? And you know that because you have a decimal and you say decimal, decimal, wake up, decimal, because decimal is right in the back. Even though you might not see it, there's a decimal right there. and then you're moving it twice. 1, 2. So I would move it once, twice, and I would fill it in to 0.05. Sorry, let me put it back. Okay, that's the original. Now let's look at the actual worksheet in front of us. Okay, so 854 times 10. So how many times am I moving that decimal? I'm moving it once because there's 1 0. So I'm going to move it once, and it should be 85.4. So 85.4 or 85 and 4/10. I would put 1i. Then this one is division. So I know division. If I look over here, division is getting smaller. So I'm going to move my decimal place 1 place to the left. And that would mean I would be at 0.854. So I would put T. Oh, sorry. My hand wanted to do something else. Okay, and then this, a review from our fractions that we took. This bar means division or divide. So 8.54, I'm dividing by 2 zeros or 2 hundredths or 100. And I move my decimal place 2 places. So 1, 2, and I fill it in with the 0. So it's 0.0854. And how I would say that is tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. So 854 10,000ths. Okay, so then now if I'm looking at my number 4, can you see number 4? Yeah, there it is. Okay, number 4, I'm dividing by 100, so I'm moving it 1, 2, because I'm getting smaller, not bigger. If I moved it to the right, that would mean I was getting bigger. I'm not getting bigger, I'm getting smaller. So if I look at that one and I see 317 thousandths, so I'm going to write E. And I'm looking at these and all of them seem pretty good. The only thing that I want to remind you of means multiply. Multiply. So anytime you see of, it should trigger right away a memory of multiplication. So of means multiply. So that's that one. Let me know if you have any questions on that one. I think I had another one. Let me see. Well, let me know if you need help with any other one, and I'm more than happy to help you. This is just practicing your base tens and really understanding that movement of decimal correlates with the number of zeros there are in whatever number they're asking you to divide. And so we worked on this with a lot of this during number talks and mental math. So hopefully this triggers back memory and you're saying, oh, okay, I get it now. Let me know if you need any more help on any of the problems. Okay, talk to you guys later.